versus Kurukshetra University. Babita in the red representing GNDU and Aarti from Kurukshetra University in the blue corner.
Red corner, you clearly can see she has the height. Now what she can then do is, if she can use the longer arms and the longer limbs to her advantage, she actually is backtracking.
How about that for a start? Forget about the bobbing and weaving and the slipping. This is all about landing those punches, and Aarti from Kurukshetra University is going all out right from the start. And that is good to see. That is what we wanted to see. Babita has got a lot of work to do.
Again she clinches, no points. Never ever do you get points for that one.
You're absolutely right with the long levers bit, Paddy, but what happens is taller boxers, they become a bigger target to hit. That's why they need good defensive and evasive skills, because they're that much bigger, you have got that much more to aim at.
And that's the reason you see those 1-2 combination coming in from them. They use the left hand or depending which is your favored arm to keep away, and then you box with the other one. That's the time when we get to see. Oh, well done, great defensive into the face. That will count. That was a solid one. The left hook.
It's definitely going to count. Of course, apart from the jab, all other punches, whether it's the cross hook or uppercut, are known as power punches. But that was right in the face, and that is going to be one solid point to the girl from Kurukshetra.
There. So far, I think she's done fairly well using the longer arms, and no, not counted. No, that actually can be negative marking.
Yes, you're absolutely right. That could be. It's down to the interpretation of the judges, and Aarti has landed another one. Babita needs to get her defense in place because her stance is all over. Clinch coming in. Babita realized that she is in a bit of a corner, but Aarti is pushing the tempo. Oops, you can't do that. Umpire could have intervened, decided not to. There you go. This is strange. What is going on here? This has to be stopped.
She has come out all guns blazing right there. Good ducking ability, and then one thing's for sure, she's aggressive. But sometimes wavered aggression can only take points out of you.
They're both looking at the umpire in anticipation. Oops. That is again something you don't see often at the boxing ring. More like a wrestling maneuver, that one.
Very true. A float boxer has to be up in 10 seconds. She is on her feet, and the end of the first three. Power-packed first 3 minutes of this one.
I think the umpire needs to have a small word with both of them, just to keep both of them in line in the spirit of the competition. But there's no doubt as to who the aggressor was in that round. It was definitely Aarti in the blue corner from Kurukshetra University. Babita getting solid instructions from her coaching staff, and she needs them.
ये ओपन ग्लव से था, ये भी काउंट नहीं होगा. फिलहाल मैं कोशिश कर रहा था काउंट करने कितने सॉलिड लगे. ये बैक ऑफ द हेड है, ये भी काउंट नहीं होगा, ये भी नहीं होगा. इनटू द फेस, फ्रंट ऑफ द बॉडी, बिलो द वेस्ट काउंट नहीं होता है. सिंपल रूल.
Babita was too stationary for me. That is something she has to change. Greatness of Ali, of course, was his movement around the court. When George Foreman or Joe Fraser, for example, would try and force the tempo, it would be his footwork and he would just get away.
Now this one. Something tells us that was the first round. The first 3 minutes were dominant. This is good. That's a combination of punches in bunches.
And that's what I call a brawler. There is no technique there. There's no jab, cross, hook. No, those are just plain hard punches.
Siddharth, do you remember Akhil? Remember that Olympic bout? I mean, he just missed out on the bronze medal, but he gave India the hope. And he was brave enough with an open guard. He said, come, box me. He would duck, he would weep, but he would move a lot.
Absolutely. They say, Paddy, the first one through the wall always has it bloody. The first one through the wall was Akhil Kumar, who gave everyone else the hope and the power to believe that, yes, we can return from Beijing with a medal.
And we did. Vijender got us the bronze that very time, and the hope and the belief. Once that starts to appear, that's the reason we are seeing more boxers coming in from Bhiwani now. More punches coming into the midriff, and then she clinches. He says, I've taken the punches, I probably have scored 2 of them, I'll not give you a chance to punch me.
She's been cheered on well here. It seems like Kurukshetra University has quite the boxing contingent, and second time in the bout that we've had a boxer on the floor, and I believe the umpire should intervene before we have a boxer on the floor and not after.
True, well said. Now, clearly one thing is for sure, if you talk about aggression, I think it is total domination. This is total superpower in the blue corner, Aarti.
Because it's a LightFly category, so it's a very rare to see that bouts are either ended in a knockout or they are stopped. So unlikely that either of them will happen, either a knockout or the bout is stopped by the umpire. But yes, I agree with you, Paddy. This is a very aggressive approach by Aarti.
And she gets knocked in the face. That right jab was surely going to get counted. The other thing is that she's fallen on the floor thrice. Now that will be playing at the back of the mind of the judges. She was not able to be on her feet for too long.
Absolutely, of course. She's shown her back to the boxer, which is also, of course, a big signal to the umpire that the bout has to be paused.
Now, I think she's lacking focus at the moment. I think she's struggling to be on her feet at the moment, as the body language suggests. She would want this round to finish as early as she can. She would not like to fall for the 4th time on the ring.
I think it's the umpire who has gone on to say that the bout cannot continue anymore. Because we are waiting for confirmation of that, because the round, I did not hear a bell. Did you, Paddy? I did not hear a bell. So obviously it's got to be, of course, there's another way to stop a bout, and that is the age-old phrase that comes from boxing, throwing in the towel. But that's not happened either. But the gloves are coming off for Aarti, or is it because the gloves are loose and we're not quite sure?
No, the gloves actually are coming off for both of them. The headgears come out. Yeah, we are thinking that the fight is over because the gloves have come off, the headgears come off, and the contest was stopped by the referee. Well spotted, Siddharth, and we were well aided by our team in the PCR.
Yeah, thanks to the team. But yeah, it was Aarti all the way in the blue corner from Kurukshetra University. Babita Rani couldn't quite get going, and that is the contingent from the Kurukshetra University. There was cheering and aiding Aarti on.
Oh, she's taking her time. She's saying, okay, let me put my headgear on. She's all set. Winner is about to be announced officially.
Always good to see, even after a hard-fought boxing match, there is a little bit of love at the end.
That's what sport is all about. I mean, it's all about camaraderie. It's all about, you know, bout is over, shake hands, give each other a hug. Sport is the biggest unifying force, Siddharth. What would life be without sport? It's all about those incredible moments where sheer human will and desires overcome the odds. And we're all set now. She's got a swag as well. Referee stops the contest. Babita Rani wins. It was the blue corner.